So before starting, let us see what is a adjective to just get a gist so that we can understand today's class. Yes, so in our last class we understood what is a adjective. So what is a adjective? It is a word that adds something to the meaning of a noun. For example, Sita is a clever girl. Which type of girl is Sita? She is a clever girl. Again, I bought a new mobile phone. Which type of phone is it? It is a new mobile phone. Okay, apart from this, we also saw kinds of adjectives like adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, demonstrative adjectives, interrogative adjectives, and possessive adjectives. So what is adjectives of quality? The word which adds quality to the noun. For example, she is very beautiful. Yes, so this beautiful word, it is adding quality to the girl. So it is written here, she is very beautiful. He is very tall. In the same way, quantity. Quantity means something which we cannot count, but it is related to number. Yes, so I ate some rice. Can I count rice? No, we cannot. So I ate some rice. This some belongs to adjective of quantity. In the same way, he has little intelligence. We have had enough exercise. He showed much patience. Okay, and then adjective of number. Number means the things which we can count. For example, I can speak 3 languages. Yes, how many languages can I speak? 3, and I can count it as 1, 2, 3. There are many trees in the garden. He gave me 5 chocolates. I read few stories today. Okay, so all these words are those which is countable, means we can count them. Okay, demonstrative adjectives are the words which demonstrate where is the noun, like that is my cycle, this is my book, those are my toys, I hate such things. Okay, so through these, like that, these, those, such, we can understand, we can demonstrate the things. Next is interrogative adjectives. As already we know, interrogative or interrogation means asking questions. So here we have used WH words like whose, which, what. Yes, so these are interrogative adjectives. Again, possessive adjectives which shows possession of something, like her dog is black. Whose dog is black? Her dog is black. This is your pen. Whose pen? Your pen. Okay, so in the same way, in today's class we are going to study about usage of adjectives, how we use adjectives in different form. Okay, so here when adjective is used attributively and predictively. Okay, for example, can you see these two sentences? The lazy boy was punished. Okay, the boy is lazy. Can you see the difference of these two sentences and how lazy, this word lazy has been used here? Yes, first of all, in the first sentence, the lazy boy, yes, it is used with the noun boy. Okay, lazy boy was punished. Now, as we read in our sentences class, that we can divide a sentence into 2 parts, that is subject and predicate. So here this sentence can be divided into 2 parts. Yes, the lazy boy, it is the subject. So lazy is coming in the subject part of the sentence. Yes, so that is why this is known as attributively used. Yes, in the first sentence, the adjective lazy is used along with the noun boy as an attribute. Now here attribute means adding quality to the Noun. What is the quality of this boy? The boy is lazy. This is why it is said here the adjective is used attributively. Again, in the second sentence, the boy is lazy. Okay, so now if I divide this sentence into two parts, the boy comes in subject, is lazy comes in predicate. Yes, so generally predicate part is of verb. Yeah, so here this lazy is coming in the verb part. Okay, so in the second sentence the adjective lazy is used along with the verb. Verb is always part of predicate. Yeah, and that is why here it is said to be predicatively used. Here this lazy is coming in the part of the sentence which is predicate. Yes, and that's why it is known as predicatively used. I hope I am clear with what I said. Yes. Next, formation of adjectives. Adjectives can be formed through nouns. So can you see this table? Here in this part I have taken all the nouns and how these have been transformed to be adjectives. All these are here, like boy, boyish, fool, foolish, care, careful, play, playful, hope, hopeful, venture, venturesome, trouble, troublesome, shame, shameless, sense, senseless, gold, golden. So can you see how all these nouns have been changed to be adjectives? Yes. So if you see all these words, they have come from the nouns, but they are something like quality. Like that man is boyish in character, boyish. He is such a fool, he is very foolish boy. And be careful, don't go there. Yes, so all these are adjectives which have come from noun. And next is formation of adjectives from verbs. Yes, we get adjectives from verbs as well. So what are the verbs here? Tire, tireless, talk, talkative, cease, ceaseless, move, movable. So can you see how it has changed? Yes. And then adjectives which are formed from adjectives itself, like tragic, tragical, whole, wholesome, three, threefold, black, blackish. Yes. So next we are going to see some sentences of adjectives used as nouns. For example, as plural noun denoting a class of persons. Okay, the cautious. Here we are talking about group of people or the people who are cautious. Yes, so when it is people, that means noun, but when it comes to cautious, that means it becomes adjective, and it is adjective of noun, and it is plural. We are talking about many people together. So the cautious are not always cowards. The rich. Again here we are talking about the people who are rich. Yes, so when we are talking about people, it is noun. When it becomes rich means it is adjective, and as we are talking about more than one person, that means it is plural. Yes, the rich know how the poor live. Yes, so can you see how these words cautious and rich has been used as adjectives of nouns? In the same way, as a singular noun denoting some abstract quality. The future is unknown to us. Future is abstract, we cannot see it. Yes, so here it has been used as adjective, but yes, it is singular. The future is unknown to us. Who knew suddenly corona will come and we all will be sitting at our home and work, like something like work from home thing will come. Yes, nobody knew about it, but suddenly it happened. So the future is unknown to us. He is a lover of the beautiful. Yes, again here lover is also a adjective and it is abstract. Okay. Now here we are going to see how we are using adjectives to compare between things or persons. Yes, like Rama's mango is sweet. Harry's mango is sweeter than Rama. Govind's mango is the sweetest of all. Yes, so here Rama's mango is sweet. We are not comparing Rama's mango to anybody, it is sweet. Yeah, Harry's mango is sweeter than Rama's. So when we are writing sweeter means it becomes comparison, means we are comparing Harry's mango to Rama's mango. Again, Govind's mango is the sweetest of all. Yes, again here this is the higher degree comparison which we are doing, means nothing is as sweet as Govind's mango. Yeah, so here sweet is positive degree, means we here when we write sweet means we are not comparing it to anything else, it is a simple form, there is no comparison. But when we write sweeter, it is a comparative degree, higher than simple, it is in higher in degree than simple and it is used for comparison. Sweetest, it is the superlative degree. Okay, highest degree of quality used for comparing more than two things. Yeah, so when we are using superlative degree means we are using it as a higher order and we are using it to compare more than one thing or two things. Yes, so see here there are some words which I have written as positive, comparative and superlative. For small it is smaller, smallest. For tall it is taller, tallest. For clever it is cleverer, cleverest. For kind it is kinder, kindest. For great it is greater, greatest. Yes. Next is comparison of adjectives. We are going to know about it more. Let's frame some sentences. Rama is tall. Harry is taller than Ram. Govind is tallest of all. Yes. So can you see how we have compared here between all these boys? Yes. So when I am writing tall, it is positive degree and it is in its simple form, means I am not comparing it to anything or anybody. Then comparative degree, Harry is taller than Rama, is taller than Rama. So when I am writing taller, it is comparative degree. Okay, and it is higher than tall and it is used for comparison. In the same way, tallest, if I write tallest here, it is superlative degree, means it is higher order comparison done between the boys. Yes, highest degree of quality used for comparing more than two things. Okay, so here there are some sentences which we are going to change, but there shouldn't be any change in meaning. Okay, like lead is the heaviest of all metal. So when it is heaviest, that means it is superlative, isn't it? Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Okay, so now we have to change it to comparative, like lead is heavier than all other metals. Second, Mahabaleshwar is cooler than Panchgani. Okay, so it is a comparative form. Cool, cooler, coolest. So we will make it to its simple form. Panchgani is not as cool as Mahabaleshwaram. He is as wise as Solomon. So this is positive and it is in its simple form. Yeah. Solomon was not wiser than he is. So here we have made a comparison between these two persons. Okay. So in the same way, this is the assignment which I have given you to do at your home, so that it would be easy for you to understand, and it would be clear to you like how to use adjectives in its comparative form. Yes, so thank you for today.